Hey, I think I fixed my audio problem. I don't know. I think I might have made a mistake. I wanted to come on here and talk about what's been going on. And, you know, I was encouraged by a lot of people to, you know, join the Dabbleverse. They've been waiting for me to come on and, everybody's waiting for me to be here. And I don't know. I just started my show back up again because I thought it would be fun. And, I people just kept saying, "Oh, just come to the Dabbleverse, come to the Dabbleverse. They're waiting for you. They're, they want you there." And then I start doing these broadcasts, and people are just horrible, mean. I didn't sleep last night. Everybody keeps sending me all these other shows, like saying these horrible things. I made a mistake getting involved with these people. I don't know. I'm mumbling because I just don't have the emotional energy to like talk about all the horrible things that these people are saying. Now this guy's talking about my failed hair plugs. Yes, I had hair transplants at a very young age while I worked on the Howard Stern show, and it's not they were failed. The guy was a butcher, and I was pressured into getting them from the sales staff, and I made that mistake. And I'm just listening to all these shows talking about me all the time. I can't get the super tips to work. I want it to work, but I thought I was going to come on here and, you know, have fun with everybody. But I don't know. I think I'm just going to delete my YouTube channel and, all my social media and just really just wrap it up because it's not worth the emotional roller coaster that I'm going on right now. And these people pick apart my show like on a daily basis, and then they say all these awful things that aren't true. And I have to, my family is involved in this. My family, I don't want any to hurt anybody or anything or ruin any relationships. And you know, and I guess that's what I'm saying is that I'm gonna bow out and you guys win. You win, I lose. I'm a loser and I'm stupid and I'm not man enough to hang with these vicious, awful savages that are just relentless in pursuing my happiness just to change it around. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. So, how about we do this? Not happening, motherfuckers. I'm fucking around. So I'm not fucking giving up. It's just I've had a long day. I've been editing some shit with Anthony Cumia, and I didn't feel like coming on today. I saw a bunch of shows talking about me. It seems like I'm giving everybody food. I'm giving away free food at the Grillo Food Bank, or should I say the Grillo Content Bank. All these shows are pulling all my shit up, and everybody's saying I'm boring and stupid and whatever. Yet here you are. I appreciate no buybacks here. Not a single fucking buyback. I hope you guys think that I'm good. I don't think I'm just going to give up. I have every right to be here as much as anybody else, regardless of who I fucking like and who I don't fucking like. You guys, you guys are there. I know you at the heart of it. Everybody knows me. Not that you're a fan of mine, but you're a fan of where I used to work. You know me, and I'm just here to just enjoy life and chill out. I have this opportunity. I got this cool studio. They got people backing me, people that believe in me. You think I'm going to give up? Not happening. In fact, I'm gonna give you guys some more food. This is okay. I recently just looked at myself. I was in my hot tub. Yes, I'm not broke and I'm not struggling. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody. I happened to just move into this really big condo and a really nice area. and there's a pool and a hot tub. And I took a picture of myself in the hot tub, and all I could think of was this. Not this. No, wait, hold on. Wait, why can't I add that to the stage? There. I'm thinking I'm looking like Egghead from Batman. What do you think? I don't know. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to come on and give you. I don't have any roommates. I have myself. I wish I had my cat Upgrade. There's a tribute to Upgrade right there. My cat Upgrade is being taken care of my sister by my awesome, wonderful sister, and I miss him. I'm dreading bringing him on a plane. That's sort of the problem. But I think by the end of this summer, I'll probably go back home for a little bit, and then I'm going to bring him back with me when I make my summer trip. Rick from Porn Stars, yeah, I'll. That's not a bad thing. But yeah, I had to figure out. There's a lot of new equipment coming in and out, and yesterday in the beginning with Anthony, I want to thank Anthony Cumia once again, who was kind enough to come on my show, and it was a great show and got a lot of views, and apparently everybody clipped that show, and then they used my material to fill out their content, and that's fine because I know I did a good job, and I don't care. No one's perfect. It's not easy doing this shit. It's easy for you guys to sit back there and type on your computers and be mean, but I don't see you writing a book, you doing an Audible, you doing, producing, and booking your own show. That's what I'm doing. And guess what? I'm fucking getting paid to do it. So if you don't like it, you don't have to listen, because there's people out there that are really nice, and there's not. But you guys could take this and use it, fill your content, because that's what we do. We make content, we fill content. Take my, use it, do what you got. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. No one read your book. Did you write one? Yeah. This guy Oyster is probably sitting at home, got pimples, butt crack hanging out. Mom's making him lasagna, frozen, not real lasagna. And he's sitting here and he's judging me. Well, well, well. Look who fell in the well. I did write a book. Go look at the reviews on, check them out on Amazon. Go look at the reviews. That's all I got to say. I am not anybody but me. I'm just not Stuttering John. I am not anybody else but me. You want to come on and listen and do what you got to do, that's fine. But I'm going to keep doing this. I ain't giving shit up. And I didn't last week. I ain't going anywhere. Just wanted to say thank you. Why are you not happy? I am very happy. I was going to wrap it up for the day. I've been on the computer trying to figure out. I fixed the audio problem. That was my main goal today. It wasn't easy, but because I got this new giant screen. I don't know if you could see how big this motherfucker is, but it's so I could read. I don't need my glasses on to read your comments. Roll with it. Don't be a bragger like John. You won't win. Just smile and roll on. That's from White Knight Cutlass. Don't give up. Some of us appreciate you. Thank you, Wing Dinger. I can't find it. What's it called? It's called Gorilla Parts, my man. A little bit of me and a little bit of Howard took it back. Gorilla Parts. It's on Audible, which I highly recommend. If you want to have fun goofing on me, go check out my Audible book, because it is me. And it was a struggle to do the Audible. It's not easy doing Audibles. And I thought going into it, I was not going to have a problem. And it was not easy. But I did it. Took 18 hours. And thank God for Mr. Roy McDonald, who directed me. He got me through it. It was a lot more difficult reading my words than I thought it would be, but I didn't want anybody else to read it, because I would only think that people would appreciate my voice reading my book. So Shuli has a copy of the Audible. I was going to do Shuli's show tomorrow, but he said he needs a week to let this marinate and pick out his favorite parts. Shuli is one of the first people that started all this, I guess, because everybody's hatred for John is something that is strong. And I'm not going to give up on that. There's no reason. I'm not mad at him. He's not mad at me. So, but I get that's what you guys do. But I'm giving you some new content to fuck around with. So by all means, go right ahead. You should have been Beetlejuice at it. Yeah. No, I'd rather have someone not shit their pants in the studio. Show his cats. My cat Upgrade, I can pull up a picture of him somewhere. It's going to take a minute. It's going to distract me, but Upgrade is my little man, and he's quite the personality. And but he's in a good place. There's Upgrade right there. I don't know if you can see him. There's his name is Upgrade, after the pimp from the movie Idiocracy, which is rapidly happening on my feed. Exactly. Take an example of John, what not to do to survive in this jungle. Shuli was in your shoes before he started trashing John. Give it to him. Give it time, bud. You'll see. That's from Lefty Let 23. I'm trying to have fun with the situation I've been given, and that's what I'm doing. But I'm not giving in anytime soon. I got a lot of things to say, a lot of things to do. I might be, if anybody's going to be in Vegas for that Hackmania thing, might be doing something. I'm not sure yet, but I'm in talks with the Hard Rock Cafe. I might be throwing a party, possibly, or just maybe they have a thing called Icons of Rock, and I'm friends with the guy who owns the whole entire situation, and I'm friends with the guy who runs the Hard Rock. So might be doing something with them. You never know. It'll be packed no matter what that night, but we'll see what happens. I get it. I try to get along with everyone. Yeah, well, look, breaking balls is one thing. When you take it to another level, like I said, with the family and personal shit, that's criminal, and it's not cool. And I don't necessarily want to go down that road. See, you wonder why possibly I'm over nice, because I'm afraid when I go and I get mean, I do things that are really awful. So I maybe turn it around and I'm overly nice because I just don't want to go down that dark path. I call it hitting the retard button. Like when I've hit the retard button a couple of times in my life, and it was never good. So I stay away from the retard button in my brain, because a couple of times I did it, I actually blacked out. So I did awful things. And I'm lucky that nothing bad came of it, but I'm going to just keep pushing towards the positive and the outlook, and stay away from the retard button. It's a could be like a everyday thing for everybody calling me that, but there is a point, I think, and everybody has one, where you just hit that button and you let anger and evil take over your soul, and you take the good person takes a back seat. And I'm not going down that road. John is incapable of shooting the shit. There you go. You gotta believe and be self-aware. John, choose it. I guess I spoke to John this morning. He asked me how the Cumia interview went. I told him the truth. I said, but it was nothing that you guys didn't hear about before. I brought up everything about Anthony that everybody talks about: the police report, the fight outside the club, and why do they keep referring to him as a pedophile. We did all that. We addressed it, and Anthony was a gentleman about it, and he cleared everything up, and he was just a wonderful guy. Stuttering John, this instant, disavow Stuttering John. I don't follow your rules, homie. I love these people that are going to try to dictate how and who I like and how I like them, and one of them to disavow him for what? All right, I disavow John. There you go. Happy birthday. John is, look, we're both aware of what the situation is. You people are dangerous and it's aggravating, but I'm out here to do this. So if I got to do this, jump in the pool. I'm in the pool, baby. Hey, Ryan. I want to give a very special shout out to two very dear people in my life that welcomed their son today. I don't want to mention what I say. J.O. and A, congratulations on the birth of your little J.O. So happy for you. I was told not to give too much personal information with names and everything out here, because people will go find them and then harass them, even though it's the most joyous moment in a person's life. So, but I am very happy to announce that I'm going to be Uncle Grillo. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait to meet the little guy. And thank you very much for being a part of my life. And I can't wait to be even more of a part of your life. It was kind of cool during COVID. He was a service member. Thank you. Very combat veteran. He booked West Point for his wedding, and it was closed down because of COVID. But they wanted to get married on a specific day, and just as COVID was coming out, they were just bars were doing takeout. It was just the beginning of like everybody starting to creep out of their hole. I lived in a building that had a rooftop that was communal, and they had their wedding on my rooftop. And then when we came downstairs, my friend hired a steel drum band that covered Bob Marley, and we literally had their wedding on 51st Street between 9th and 10th, and the bar Jasper's on the corner was open doing takeout drinks, and we had takeout drinks going and dancing in the streets in the middle. People were calling the police on us for having a wedding. It was the first, people were like scared, and the cops were so great. They let the steel drum band play for an hour, and once the band was over, the cops came over and said, okay, guys, we got about 36 phone calls. So we took the party up to the roof deck, and it was one of the wonderful days. Now, 4 or 5 years later, they welcomed him. They just welcomed their little baby boy, and I'm very happy for them. Go shit on John. Good luck. Gotta go shit on John. Good luck. Classic Grillo. So anyway, yeah, I love the fact that you guys don't know me. You think you know me, but you don't. There's people that do know me, and they're aware of my situation. They didn't want me to get involved in this, but I'm doing it anyway. So on that note, I hope somebody could use this clip. I would strongly suggest, if they really want some good material, to get my Audible. Shuli's got it. I gave him a copy. By all means, go ahead and play my Audible. Buy my Audible. You want some material? There you go. You got it. But you have no idea. Oyster R is just really not nice. He really wants to hook up with you. He says, do the internet right by not taking it so seriously. Thank you, Charlie. I'm not. I do not like hearing people say shit about me. A, when I can't defend myself, and B, people are just assuming they know who I am, and they don't. I'm willing to talk to anybody and dispute anything. My life's pretty much an open book. I don't think there is much you guys don't know about me, other than the fact that who I really am. But every story that you've ever heard about me has been out there on the Howard Stern show, on everybody else's show. So I'm not worried. He hired the Spoon Man. What is that? Something? Is that a heroin reference, Oyster? Gotta go shit on God. So I guess John must be live now or something. I wasn't going to come on today, but I was like feeling tired because I didn't sleep last night, but it wasn't because of people talking about me. I just was tired, and I hit that mid lull in the day, so I got to pick myself up. So, the joke's on you. Snipe John, I know you make a mean potato. Wing Dinger, not for nothing, but my experience with the baked potato actually did help me on later in life. I know how to pick out a good potato. That's for damn sure. But my air fryer is my new best friend. If you I've been chopping up potatoes into like big French fries, like steak fries, and oil and just a bunch of seasoning and throw them in the air fryer. That's my favorite thing to do right now. Top shelf potatoes. How about that? Douche and everything else that goes along with my name. So if you read the little underscore from the book, I put top shelf stories from the most famous intern ever. See it right there. I had to put top shelf in there somewhere. That Tracy story is legendary. And if you only knew that, I listened to it like right after that. I never brought it up, but he turned off my microphone. And while she was yelling at me, and I thought I was being heard. Grillo, did you notice in The Sopranos they knock the glasses off your head? Thank you very much, Ryan, for that. There is a huge continuity issue on my scene with The Sopranos. And the funny thing is, Ryan, that we shot that twice. I got paid for 2 days. We shot it once, and then they called me back. We had to shoot it twice. So towards the end of the episode, we had to go back to the pizzeria and shoot it again, and they still didn't get it right. Ryan, you get the gold star for today. People are just looking for the reaction. This is White Knight Cutlass. Then they go for the throat. The group is just any other out there. There are good and bad, more good, but it is what it is. I would love to get Casey on, by the way, unknown 2K7. Casey is a wonderful, awesome, whacked out, wonderful person. He is the most unique person I've ever dealt with in my life. He's another person with a heart of gold, and he's very hard to get in touch with. But I did a radio show with him in Long Island. It probably lasted about 3 or 4 months. Where twice a week I was taking the train all the way out to Long Island. He was doing 5 days a week. I came on twice, and we had the best time. We laughed. Casey, he's a sick bastard, but so am I. So we really kind of meshed together where I would push the line and Casey would go, "Oh, you can't do that." And he'd be like, "Keep going." And I was actually getting paid like $200 a show with Casey for a while. And then I don't know how Casey got involved with these guys, but they were definitely running some type of scam, like with the advertisements and shit. And it didn't last too long. So Casey, unfortunately, of course I went out there and they owed me about $400 or $500 and I didn't get it, but poor Casey didn't get his money either. So, but it was fun doing a show with Casey like for that long because he would drive me to the train station, but on the way home, he would make a stop at OTB and make me sit there and pick out horses. He's like, "Oh, girl, pick out a horse. If you win, I'll give you the money." I was like, "Casey, I just want to go home. It's like 11 o'clock at night." So many times that I would miss a train because Casey wouldn't get out of OTB. But he always sat with me at the bar, and at the bar they had, the lotto that pops up with the balls. Casey would sit there and he would like manically scratch out. Girl, scratch out a couple of numbers. I'll split it with you. But Casey was a lot of fun. He always is. The last time I saw him was probably about 2 years ago. I went out to his house. We did a show. He had bought an old radio station that was out there. And there's an apartment next to the radio station. So you would literally go into the other thing. There was a big studio for real. He bought it. I don't know what he was doing with it, but it was really tight. I had to like sit right next to him and do the show with him. And then we wound up going out to eat and I wound up crashing. He had a spare bedroom, but that was the last time I had seen him. But Casey's always looks good. The guy was genetically blessed. A handsome man. Well, where are you with Richard and Sal? I could say this. I always reach out to like on a birthday or a holiday and they always say, "What's up?" Or they always get back to me. I know I don't want to put them in an odd situation with, getting, from what I understand, there was an email that went around Sirius or specifically the Howard Stern show where they were told it is looked down upon if they fraternize with ex-staff members. And I guess that would be me or anybody else. But they never not just acknowledge that I reached out and they say, "Hey, Grillo, how you doing?" I was friends with Richard and his wife, Kristen, like when they first started dating, we used to go out with my ex-wife and everything. It was like a lot of fun. I did work with KC. I would love to find some of those old tapes. I don't know if they still exist, but I worked with KC for about 3 months out in Long Island. We did a show and it was awesome. We had so much fun. What up, Grillo? Bone loads. Where are you, Richard and Sal? Sick of trying to help you out already. Just watch John's show once and stop using your 25-year-old memories of him as a shield. I don't have a problem with people, bro. Sorry. I'm sorry, Bacon, that you don't like the fact that I don't fit your fucking narrative. It's not going to go down. You're not going to force me to tell me who I can like and who I can't. So, Bacon, disappear. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. You're delicious. I just don't like you. When you don't try to fit my narrative, dude. I'm a shield. John's a shield. Oh, John, protect me. Fuck out of here. Anyway, all right. I gotta go. I gotta go get my truck fixed. Fortunate Son. That's right, Ryan. Season 3. It is rated one of the top best scenes in Sopranos history. And I didn't know that. I was watching. I was like, oh, let me see what's going on. I was like, and there was my scene. I was like, hell yeah, I'm on the top 10 scenes. And what everybody says, oh, you didn't do anything after Howard Stern. I worked in The Sopranos for 3 seasons, and I was the only stand-in that got a part. And I earned that part. They didn't give it to me. They didn't give parts to the stand-ins. Understand that. The fact that the director, Henry Bronstein, I knew him before we worked on The Sopranos. I worked with him on a movie called The Out-of-Towners with Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn. And he was a first AD, and then he became a first AD on The Sopranos. And I was in the first episode he directed. If you read my book, I tell the whole story. When I walked into the audition, he was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" They did not like to give stand-ins parts because then every stand-in's going to want a part or expect it. So when I auditioned, my line was just kiss my ass. But when I looked at the casting director, she was a female. She reminded me of my mother. So when I said kiss my ass, I was really saying it to my mother. And I got the part. And the day after we filmed the scene, I was in the Sopranos kitchen and I was reading Sides, which is basically a little copy of all the copy of the scene, that all the scenes that are going to be shot for the day. And for me, as a stand-in, you should prepare, know what's going on. So I was reading the Sides in the Sopranos kitchen with all the lights down by myself. And Henry Bronstein walked in and he goes, I got to tell you something. And if I tell you this, do not tell anybody else. I go, what? He goes, if you repeat this, you will never fucking work on this set again. I go, what is it, Henry? And he goes, you did really fucking good yesterday. Really fucking good. I was like, Henry, my line was just kiss my ass. He goes, Steve, I'll never repeat this again. You earned that fucking audition. You were better than everybody else. If I showed you the tape of everybody else that auditioned, you by far were the best. You repeat that, and you're fucking done. And he walked away. So I left the Howard Stern show to work on The Sopranos for 3 years. And if it wasn't for 9/11, my life would have been a little different, but so would everybody else's life. I don't bitch about it. I don't cry about it. But where I left, when 9/11 came, they stopped filming for that year. And I got into the local 3 electrical union, which I did not like. It did not suit my lifestyle at the time. I wanted to stay in the entertainment business. I thought maybe I could get my card and shelve it. But it was a 6.5-year program, and I respect local 3 and the electricians. And if I would have joined it now, my outlook about the whole situation would have been different. And I had to give up my part on The Sopranos. So John is hurting your reputation. Thoughts on Robin Grillo? You really need to watch Shitteran's documentary. Both parts, they ask Casey and John. Then you'll know why you are getting the John shrapnel. Oh, thank you, White Knight. If you send me a link, I'll gladly watch it. Thank you, Seven. Costanza, love you, Grillo, wannabe. What is your opinion on the deadbeat dad thing? I don't know. That's none of my business. That's none of my business. You don't talk about it. I don't ask about it. Like, everybody's got their personal business they got to keep to themselves. And if somebody found that out and they want to out them for it, if you already know, then you know. I don't think. All I know is that the man always said he loved his kids, and he talks about his kids all the time. Yes. If you ask me any moral question like that, of course I'm going to answer it. But I don't know John's situation, and it's none of my business. So there you go. People can have their own personal life and still do stuff like this. Anyway, I'm going to go see if I can get my car fixed. I got one of my dear friends. What she has? Sith Queen is coming to Vegas tonight. We're going to have some fun. Very excited. He made both his daughters gay. Okay. Well, Terry, you've been around. You seem like a pretty nice guy. You're just the greatest, Steve. Thank you, Charlie. Don't serve 21. Associating with John is hurting your reputation. Association, so what? What reputation? I got my own reputation. You don't know my fucking reputation. Remember that. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. I got to get this super tips things figured out. But I'm going to try to get somebody on tomorrow that's in the Dabbleverse. Maybe they can give me some advice. I'll definitely have a bit more planned show tomorrow. Yeah, I'll bring this back to the stage just so you could. Here you go. Look at that. Egghead. I'm a dead ringer for Egghead. We do side by side. Hold on. No? I guess it not going to work like that. I got to do it like this. I don't know where to go. Anyway, I'm going to leave that going. When are you going to have Stamos on the show? The man changes his phone number all the time. I lost touch with him because, it's been a while. When people give me their phone numbers and they're famous and they're friends of mine, I really very rarely try to reach out to them unless I need to. And that's why you're friends with them, because you're not a jackass and you don't abuse their friendship and call them all the time. So I let a lot of time go by and it's not the same number. So I understand some crazy fan gets your number and you got to change it. But if I saw him walking down the street today, I'm sure I wouldn't say he would come on, but I'm sure he'd be happy to see me and he would give me his number again. But he had me over his house. We had lunch. It was fun. We chilled out. We laughed. He's a good dude. He doesn't answer on Twitter. I can't send the sheet Shitterson. Well, I'm on Twitter, Steve Gorilla, and I'm on Instagram, Grillo Vader. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. I forget what I'm on TikTok, but I'm sure you just look up Steve Grillo on TikTok. I'm on everything you're supposed to be on. And yeah, that's about it. They really hate men, don't they? I know about Knight, but didn't know the other girl is gay. I don't know. Baba Booey's daughter is a lesbian. Bobby Booey, he has a daughter? I thought he had. Maybe his sons are lesbians. I don't know how his one son is like 6'5" or something. I think Mary might have been somebody else because Gary's not much taller than me. But yeah, no, his sons are doing really well. I like Gary a lot. I always got along with Gary. I saw Gary at a Met game 2 years ago, right before my book came out, and we went to my friend Roy has really great seats right in front of Seinfeld's where you can get into the clubhouse and you don't have to go by. It's like there's two big giant bars inside where you don't have to deal with the normal people. I always fucking say that. It's just a joke. But my friend Roy is just a very generous, awesome human being, and he takes us to the games all the time. And we basically have waiter service and go right there. So Gary was sitting in the front, and I had heard he was there, and we bumped into each other on the stairs, and he was very happy to see me. He knows I've been going around telling the truth about what a fucking scumbag Howard is. And he didn't care. He said he wanted to hear what was going on. We sat down and he bought me a drink and we sat and we had a cocktail and we had a nice conversation. I have the picture somewhere on my phone, but I can't find it right away. So that's about it, man. I'm going to wrap it up. Tomorrow I'll be live. Probably around 3:00 seems to be a cool time to go live. And now that I have the new screen audio figured out, I'm good to go. And hopefully, I reached out to somebody to help me with the super tips. I just fall short of technology. Once I get going and I figure it out, I'm good. Like I've mastered this StreamYard pretty much. I was able to pull up other things like, I could add my logo to the stage. Add my logo to the stage and do all that cool shit. And I can pull up videos, and I'm going to do that as well. But thanks to everybody tuning in. Yeah, Moody. I sent Moody an email. I know he's not. I think he's in New Zealand. But if anybody, I'm sure it'll take like 5-10 minutes. If anybody could reach out to him for me, I'd appreciate it. I'm this close. I know they changed my URL for me, but getting it on StreamYard seems to be the problem. If anybody can help me, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to say my tiny brain cannot wrap my head around this right now. I'm doing all this shit myself. Not that it's an excuse, but once I get it up and running, I'll be able to handle it. On that note, super chat, TPT tomorrow, and Moody will see it. Okay. I got you. Thanks, Oyster. I know you're a nice guy. You're not always mean. You don't have to be anyway. We can have fun. Listen, you can break my balls. Just do it the right way. All right, on that, I'm not going anywhere. I started the show off a little somber, and I just, I'm an actor. Thank you. Good night. See you later.